Hey everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're going to look at the McFarlane DC Multiverse, DC Direct, Page Puncher, Kingdom Come Superman. I ordered this guy at the Walmart app. He was in stock for a brief period of time. So let's take a look at the packaging. As you can see at the top, ages 12 plus, includes an exclusive comic book in the English language, DC Direct, Superman. This is an older, chiseled Superman. Should have some gray in his hair. Has a couple of alternate hands, flight stand, collector's card. He's done on that Christ on Infinite Earth Superman body, which is a fantastic body. Looks like a cloth soft goods cape, whole 9 yards. On the back, we have the comic book that comes here, and that's Justice Society of America number 10, Kingdom Come Special. Superman is based off his older Kingdom Come look. And at the bottom, there's his barcode, if that helps. So with no further ado, let's open him up. Alright, now that this figure out of the package, here he is with all the accessories laid out. We have a flight stand, a collector's card, a total of 4 interchangeable hands, and a copy of Justice Society of America number 10, which is a Kingdom Come Special. Before taking a look at all that, let's talk about and check out the figure. So this is Superman from Kingdom Come. It's an older, grizzled Superman. That's probably my only complaint about this figure. He doesn't have gray in his temples, and he definitely should. Beyond that, he looks spot on like the picture behind him. You see a little spit curl, just like that. It looks pretty damn good. Square jaw, really old school, traditional looking Superman, but aged up at the same time. He's got that Kingdom Come Superman logo. It's done on the Christ on Infinite Earth body, which is a great Superman body. The wrists do look a little bit sort of awkward in this pose. You can kind of see the ball joint a little bit large there. Double jointed elbows, double jointed knees. Really, really nice Superman body. Really ugly wrists here. Cloth soft goods cape with a wire on either side. Bendable for different posing. Tall boots, red trunks, darker blue outfit. Kind of reminds me of the Red Sun Superman. But like I said, pretty spot on to the source material they were going for. And a closer look at his face and head sculpt, which I think is on point. The sculpt is great. The expression, the square sort of jaw, the wrinkled brow, except for the gray in his temples. And upon further inspection, it looks like maybe there is a little bit of sort of gray sprinkled into his hair. Kind of having trouble telling if it's a light hitting it a certain way. It looks like there is at least a little bit there. Not enough to satisfy me the way I think he should look, but I feel like there is a little bit of sort of white sprinkled in there. And then, here's Superman, broken down as far as he can go, with all of his removable parts detached. Now let's check out his accessories, starting off with the boring stuff. Here's his collector's card. As you can see, it's an image of Superman from Kingdom Come, although it's not the cover right here. Notice the character standing next to Superman, a little bit different. This is from the original Kingdom Come Superman. On the back, there is a description. If you want to read that, pause now. Now let's look at his flight stand. It comes in 2 separate pieces. When put together, it looks like this. We have the transparent base. It has 1 peg for the peg holes on his feet. You can take the post out and use it as a regular display stand if you want. It says DC on the bottom. And then it's this post that comes up to a clamp that'll hold your figure. The clamp can rotate and it's hinged. Now we have the comic. This is Justice Society of America number 10, and it's a Kingdom Come themed book. We have the older, grizzled Superman on the front with a bunch of Justice Society of America members in the back. You can see some of the other characters from this wave. We've got Damage, Starman, and of course, this is Superman. Supergirl's the other one on the wave, but she's not from Kingdom Come. You can see our boy Superman there. Now let's look at his hands. He has a total of 4 of them, 2 left hands and 2 right hands. Here he is with his first pair of hands. These are his fists, and I'm still going to complain about these wrists. They're just a little too large. It makes it look awkward. Should have used smaller ball joints or sunk them further into the wrists or something. At least they're flesh colored. And here's alternate hands. These are some open hands. They're definitely on the large side of things. They could be some grabbing, throwing hands. Now let's talk about his cape. It's made of cloth soft goods, and it doesn't have that shiny sort of cheap crappy material. It's just a regular cape. It does have a bendy wire on either side. It stretches out about that far. And I like the bendy wire. It could do so many different things. You can have him sort of floating there, the cape behind him, looking down. If you want his cape sort of floating in the wind, I like to do something about like this. Wrap it around your finger, go back upward, then back down, and then back up again. And you kind of have the cape fluttering in the wind. Put the other side up a little bit, and bam, here's a sort of quick makeshift version, and it really doesn't look half bad. Pretty easy to do with these strong bendy wires. I like that. Looks pretty good. Now to check out the differences, similarities, and reuse between this Kingdom Come Superman and the Crisis on Infinite Earth Superman. And they have a lot of similarities. They're both older, sort of grizzled Superman versions. So let's take a closer look. The head's completely different. Now notice how much larger his head is than his. I think his might be a little bit oversized. And he has a little bit of gray in his temples. Why can't he? A little bit of paint could really make him look a little bit more Kingdom Come-ish. They have the same torso, same stomach, same diaper piece, same arms, same awkward wrists, same fists, same legs, same boots. Hell, pretty much the same cape. But the paint job is considerably different and gives them a real sort of different feel to them. And the heads, the expressions. It's a really nice body, really nice Superman. And these are definitely a couple of my favorite McFarlane Superman figures they've released. He looks very similar to the Fleischer Superman that was recently released, almost the exact same tone of blue and red. And here are all the figures that utilize this Crisis on Infinite Earth Superman body. There's a total of 8 of them that I have so far. Superman, Shazam, and Icon. Now there are 2 more figures coming out of this body that are already out, and I'm on the hunt for, I guess. We have the Digital Wave Superman, and then the Platinum version of Icon. Now that I've taken a pretty good look at the figure and his accessories, let's check out his height. From bottom to the top of his head, standing about 7.3 inches tall, which can translate to about 18.5 centimeters. And for his articulation, starting with his head, of course, he can rotate side to side. He can look up and down about that much. Can tilt his head from one side to the other. Shoulders on a ball joint, goes up more than 90 degrees. Up, down, around. He's got this butterfly ring between his shoulder and chest, increasing the range of motion and covering a large gap that would be there. Bicep cut below that. Double jointed elbows. His wrists, they can rotate and they're hinged as well. Torso, he has a ball joint. Rotate around, forward and back. Another one is waist. Rotate around, forward and back. Between the two, pretty good range of motion. Definitely get more out of the torso than the waist on this guy. Legs completely doesn't split. McFarlane style hip joints. Rotation is pretty good on him. Legs go forward. A little more go to the side. Back not much. Double jointed knees. Can kind of hear they're pretty tight. And his ankle. Forward and back. Rotate. Tilt. Rock. And of course, to articulation. Here's a look at this Kingdom Come Superman in a hero pose, cape fluttering in the wind behind him. Here he is, hovering in the skies of Metropolis, and then flying right toward you. Here's a look at Superman hovering in space around the Earth. Now let's check him out. Next to some other action figures, starting off with some other Superman figures. Here he is, next to the Action Comics 1000 and first version of the Page Puncher Superman. And here he is with the Rebirth and Hush Superman figures. Then, next to the Henry Cavill and Christopher Reeve movie Superman figures. And now, with the Injustice 2 Superman and the Page Puncher Ghost of Krypton Armored Superman. Here are all the Superman figures that utilize this base body buck. Here are all the recently released Superman figures. There are 10 of them in front of you, and they all come out within the last 6 months. Action Comics Superman, 3 Christopher Reeve Superman, Kingdom Come Superman, Fleischer Superman, Henry Cavill, and Justice League Task Force. And I don't even have the digital one. That means they've made 11 Superman figures in the last 6 months. Here are all the McFarlane DC Multiverse Superman figures they've made. They've made quite a ton at this point. And one more to add to the mix. And I guess two more, the digital ones on the way as well. Now let's check them out, next to some of their Kingdom Come figures. Here he is, next to Batman in his armored suit from Kingdom Come, both the regular and the patina variant. I would love it if they would take this Superman body and make an Alex Ross Kingdom Come Batman in his regular suit. And here he is, next to both Damage and Starman in their Kingdom Come looks. Now let's check them out, next to some of their recently released McFarlane DC Multiverse figures. Here he is, next to the rest of his wave. This is the newest wave of page punchers. We have Damage, Kingdom Come Superman, and Starman. I am still missing Supergirl of tomorrow, but she's on the way and I should have her soon. Damage and Starman are red platinums, meaning you can't really pre-order them online. You have to get them in stores. And I believe all three of these guys are from Kingdom Come. Here's the Superman, next to the previous wave of page punchers, both the regular and Platinum Chase variants of Shazam and Captain Thunder, the comic version of the Christopher Reeve Superman, and both versions of the animated Red Hood. And here he is, with the previous wave of page punchers before that, both the regular and Platinum versions of the Rebirth Deathstroke and the Damian Wayne Robin. Then, with the Entertainment Earth exclusive Black Light, Batman and Robin, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mr. Freeze, and the GameStop exclusive Frostbite, George Clooney Batman. And now, with Batman in his armored suit from Justice League the Sixth Dimension and Batman 1,000,000. Here's the Superman, next to some recent comic Batman figures. We have the Justice Lord Batman, a Cowardly Lot Batman, and the purple and orange Rainbow Batman figures. And here he is, next to the Christian Bale Batman and Batpod 2-pack. Then, with the gold label Our Man and Connor Hawke Green Arrow. And now, with a couple of recent exclusives. These are Walmart and McFarlane exclusives. We have the Joker Eyes Death Metal Batman and the Patina Dark Knights of Steel Batman. And finally, with the Titano vs. Flash 2-pack. Now let's check him out, next to some action figures from different various companies, so we can see how he fits in both scale and style-wise, in case you want to know which lines you can mix him with. Since he's a McFarlane toy, they're typically the 7-inch scale. I'm going to start off my comparisons with some of the large action figure lines I collect, and work way smaller. And I'm going to include as many Superman figures as I can during these comparisons. Since we already checked him out, next to a bunch of other McFarlane Superman figures, here he is next to some more McFarlane toys. In front of you are 5 different action figure lines, all from McFarlane toys, all 7-inch scale, and now, with some Jack-specific wrestling figures and Diamond Select toys, here's Superman next to an ink pen, and here he is with some DC Direct and NECA Superman figures, then with both some Mattel and Jazzwares wrestling figures, and now with some Mezco and Mattel Superman figures, next with some Mafex and Hasbro Marvel Legends, and finally, with some SH Figure Arts and Jazzwares Fortnite figures. So overall, I would say this is a very nice Superman figure. I think the proportions are pretty good. The wrists are a little bit large. The big, giant, sort of buff torso. The shape of the head. The hair. It looks really good from Kingdom Come. My only real complaints about this guy would be I wish he had a little bit more gray on the side of his hair. His temples should be gray, kind of like Hal Jordan is Parallax. And then also, his wrists are way too large. They look awkward and noticeable. If they had corrected those two things, this guy would easily get an 8.5 out of 10. But can't really ignore those wrists. They're really hard not to see. And a little bit more gray would make him more accurate to the comic that he actually comes with. That being said, articulation's great, the body's good, sculpt paint job, excellent, just needs a tiny bit of gray. If I rate this guy, I'll give him a 7.5 out of 10, and a couple of minor changes would have easily got him to an 8.5. It is a very nice figure. It's probably the best Kingdom Come Superman out there. Although there's a third-party one, a DC Direct one, etc. So this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say with the video, add it to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching this video, and I will talk to you guys real soon.